With an impressive track record of high-quality animated features setting standards in art and storytelling, Studio Ghibli had established its reputation as one of Japan's most financially successful animation companies ever. Experiences in delivering Ghibli's output to the United States, however, were another story. Not long after Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind's Japanese premiere, the film was released to American audiences in 1985. With disastrous results, the movie was retitled Warriors of the Wind, and more than 30 minutes worth of both character and plot development sequences were trimmed from the 2-hour feature. The American staff claimed that this was done in order to market the movie as an action-adventure for kids, but Miyazaki and his colleagues detested this edited version. After that, Miyazaki declared that any future adaptations of his movies should be done only under his supervision. Consequently, Ghibli's works were locked away from America for many years. The only way American fans could acquire them was to import copies from Japan. During this period, though, California-based distributor Streamline Pictures was commissioned to produce English-language versions of Castle in the Sky, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Porco Rosso for screening on Japan Airlines. Of these dubs, one of them, Totoro, was theatrically released in America in 1993 to high acclaim. A year later, the movie premiered on video and sold over 500,000 copies. In 1996, a surprise announcement was made when Ghibli's financial backer, Tokuma, struck a worldwide distribution deal with America's animation giant Disney. For fans, this meant that Disney's marketing would bring Ghibli's works to a wider audience. However, others were critical from the start, theorizing that Disney was purchasing Ghibli only to somehow sabotage their potential success in America. Despite such speculation, Disney declared through their contract that not a single second from Ghibli's movies would be omitted, and that any oral embellishments in their English versions must be done with Miyazaki's permission. The only movie not included in the Disney Tokuma deal was Grave of the Fireflies, because Shinchosa, not Tokuma, owned the rights. Takahata's heart-rendering drama was eventually released on video and DVD by New York-based anime distributor Central Park Media. In 1998, Disney unveiled their first English-language release of a Studio Ghibli production, Kiki's Delivery Service. Under the direction of overdub veteran Jack Fletcher, an A-list of actors were brought in to provide English-speaking voices to the characters of Miyazaki's heartwarming tale, including Kirsten Dunst, Jane Ann Garofalo, Debbie Reynolds, and Matthew Lawrence. The dub was highlighted by Phil Hartman's bravura performance as the voice of Gigi the cat, his last voice acting role ever. Hartman died shortly after completing work on the movie. Most mainstream critics showered the dub with praises, but purists objected, mostly to Hartman's Gigi, which not only differed from the original Japanese voice actress, but ad-libbed extra lines of incidental dialogue. Despite this, nothing was done without the permission of Miyazaki, and the dub proved to be very successful. Over 1 million copies cleared the shelves. Not long after, an all-new English version of Castle in the Sky was produced. Once again, a talented cast was brought in to record the voices, including Anna Paquin, Cloris Leachman, Mark Hamill, and Mandy Patinkin. Fearing that the film's synthesized soundtrack would not fare well with audiences, Disney commissioned composer Joe Hisaishi to reorchestrate and expand his score for a performance by the Seattle Music Orchestra. This caused controversy with fans, many of who argued that the new score tampered with the original movie, mostly the underscoring of sequences which previously involved dramatic silence. On the other hand, Miyazaki is said to have applauded Hisaishi's efforts, and most critics voiced their agreement. When the dub was screened at select festivals, it received standing ovations. However, there were problems regarding Castle in the Sky's forthcoming video release. Originally, Disney had planned to release the movie in 1999, but various factors delayed the first public screening to 2000 and its long-awaited video debut to 2003. One of the problems was the situation involving the American release of Princess Mononoke. At first, Disney was reluctant to release the movie. They had never expected such a dark, multi-layered, adult-themed story to come from the man who had previously produced such light-hearted fare. But campaigns from fans prompted Disney to commission an all-new English release that would be distributed by their art house subsidiary, Miramax. Acclaimed writer Neil Gaiman was brought in to provide a lyrical, smooth English script for the dub, and high-profile acting talent such as Billy Bob Thornton, Minnie Driver, Claire Danes, and Gillian Anderson lent their voices to the soundtrack. The English version of Princess Mononoke was greeted by generally positive reviews, but it was given a limited art house release and received little attention from the public. Some believed it was because Miramax did not know how to market such a dark, adult-themed animated movie. Others felt that the film was too foreign to appeal to a mainstream audience. Whatever the reason, Princess Mononoke's box office performance proved to be disappointing, and consequently, Disney began to reconsider their deal with Ghibli.